Before we start, let's do an experiment. There are two cards on the screen. The card on the left has one line, and the card on the right has three lines with different lengths. Now you have to identify which line in the right box is of the same length as the one on the left. You may easily figure out the answer, the second line, right? But just suppose you are doing this experiment with 20 other students. All of them say that the first line matches the line on the left. What would you say then? Would you still insist the second line? Actually, this is the famous Ask study. Ask made up groups of 7 or 8 people who were asked to compare these two cards. The experiment began like this. In the first round, everyone gave the right answers. The second round, the same. On the third round, however, the first subject, who was part of the research team, gave an obviously wrong answer. For example, saying line 1. The next subject, also on the research team, gave the same wrong answer, and so forth. Then, what would the subject answer? Results show that 76% of subjects gave at least one answer that conformed, that they knew was wrong but was consistent with the replies of other group members. Why did this happen? Just say a call from the experiment. I felt I was definitely right, but they might think I was peculiar. They suggest that we feel the pressure toward conformity with group norms. Norms are acceptable standards of behavior shared by members which express what they ought and ought not to do in the group. When we want to gain acceptance by adjusting our behaviors to align with the norms of the group, we are showing the tendency of social conformity. All groups have established norms. Good norms will bring positive outcomes. For example, in our Chinese society, we all comply with the norm of respecting the old and cherishing the young. The tendency of social conformity towards this norm will help build a harmonious society. By contrast, bad norms will bring negative outcomes. And things may get worse and worse in group polarization. This is the tendency for groups to make much more extreme decisions than any individuals would alone. For example, you may still remember the red event in Hong Kong last year. It will be hard for us to think about how could these young students, young people, behave such extremely. As we could say in news report, in daily life these people just behave quite normal. So why could they make extreme decisions when they get together? This is akin to group polarization. Actually, the group's decision reflects the dominant decision-making norm. Group members will be more likely to be ignorant and neglect the fact when conforming the group norms. Besides, the group diffuses responsibility. That is, they can say, well, it wasn't my idea that we set fire to the street, assaulting police officers. That was not my idea. Everybody does this. Was it just my fault? So, at last, they make a much riskier decision because they can diffuse responsibility. Also, because group members do not need to take the responsibility for the final decision alone, they will be more likely to take extreme positions because they want to demonstrate how different they are. Very serious outcomes of group polarization. I highly recommend you a book named The Crowd. In this book, you will find out details why people become ignorant as a group, which may further lead to violence. So be careful to join a group. And please also be cautious to the information on the internet. Before you behave, think about it by yourself. Do not be easily influenced by others. Keep independent and calm, and please keep your normal sense and patriotism. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. See you.